Hey math kids, today we're going to talk about row operations. And the first thing is, when we're given a system of equations in this form, the way we write it in matrix form is like this. So this is the x column, y column, answer column. This is row 1, this is row 2. Now, we're not going to actually solve this matrix. We'll do that in the next video. We'll talk about how to do this. I just want to mention like different things we can do with rows. So what we could do here, and we could swap rows. So if we think it would be easier to have row 2 on top of row 1, we can do that. And so we can just rewrite it like this. And that's the equivalent of just moving these equations on top of each other, and that doesn't change the values within the system. Now, other things we can do, we can just choose to multiply 2 rows by whatever we want. So we can say, well, I want to multiply the top by 2, and I want to multiply the bottom by -5. So if we did that, we would get 10, -12, 10, and we get -15, -10, -10. Okay, another thing we can do, we can add rows together, and technically we can add or subtract rows together, but I highly suggest using these scalars to just change the signs and then just always adding. I think it makes more sense. Now, I'm going to add 1 to 2, and when that happens, you only change one of the rows. So since I'm adding 1 to 2, I'm going to just rewrite 1, and then if I did 10 plus -15, that would be -5. If I added those together, it's -22. Add those together, I get 0. Okay? And then the last operation we can do is we could multiply a row by something and then add it to something else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the bottom by 2, but I'm not going to like really multiply it. That bottom row is going to be left unchanged. But what I'm doing is I'm taking the 2 multiple of the bottom row and I'm adding it to the top. So what I do is I multiply it, but I don't write it in the matrix. This is just to help me keep things straight. And then I add it to the top. So 40, 56, 10. So once again, I didn't really multiply the bottom, I just found the second multiple of it, and added it to the top. Okay, if you need additional help, come to Math Lab. Until then, calculator.